Yo, what's up YouTube? I hope all of you are having a great day so far. In today's upload, we are going to be going over the top 5 best rushing SMGs in Cold War. If you find this video helpful at all, I would really appreciate if you could hit that like button, helps me out a ton. And if you are new to the channel and you enjoy my content and you want to see more of it, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. We are on our way to 25,000 subscribers. So with all that said, let's get right into the first class setup. So the first gun I want to show you is my personal favorite gun in Cold War, and that is the MAC-10. So the reason I like the MAC-10 so much is just because the time to kill on it's very low. You can drop enemies left and right very quickly. There is one downside with the weapon, and that is that there's lots of recoil, but this class setup I'm about to show you, there's pretty much no recoil. Well, there is recoil, but it's very easy to control, and so this class allows you to be very dominant and challenge people up to medium range as long as you can control the recoil. So for the first attachment, we're doing the agency suppressor just to keep ourselves off the radar and give ourselves some vertical recoil control. For the barrel, you want to do the ranger barrel just to maximize that bullet velocity. It's going to make this gun feel like hit scan. For the underbarrel, to give ourselves some vertical and horizontal recoil control, you want to do the SVOD speed grip, and on top of that we get some sprinting movement speed, allowing us to be very aggressive. For the magazine, because you have to reload this gun so often, you want to make sure you do the 43 round speed mag or do the salvo mag. The reason I don't like the salvo mag is just because the ADS is too slow for me. I find the 43 round mag perfect. And finally, you want to do the serpent wrap just to bring up the ADS speed that we're losing with the mag. If you are doing the salvo mag, I would do the airborne elastic wrap. Just the reason I don't like the airborne elastic wrap is because you're losing more sprint to fire speed and your straight speed, which is your shooting movement speed, and so that's why I just like to do the serpent wrap. Feel free to take a screenshot of the class in case you guys want to save this. The next gun I want to show you guys is the LC-10. This is also one of my favorite guns in the game, and that's just because the LC-10, it just works at long range, it works at close range, has lots of mobility. Overall, it just feels very good. So for the muzzle, we're doing the sound suppressor. Pretty much all these classes are going to have the suppressor, and that is just because if you're rushing, you want to make sure you're not on the radar, and if you don't have a suppressor, you are going to show up on the radar, and so that's why I just like to do the sound suppressor or the agency on most of the classes. So if the gun has lots of recoil, I'll do the agency suppressor, but this gun really doesn't have any recoil, and so that's why we're just doing the sound suppressor so we can stay off the radar without too many cons at all. For the barrel, you want to do the ranger barrel just to maximize the bullet velocity. Again, it's going to make this gun feel like hit scan. For the underbarrel, you want to do the foregrip or the S5 speed grip. So the reason I like the speed grip is just so I'm a little bit faster on the field and I get some horizontal recoil control, allowing us to beat our enemies. So the vertical, I don't really care about that too much because it's pretty easy to control. With the vertical, all you have to do is pull down on the right analog stick. With the horizontal, that's like it bouncing left to right, which you can't really control, and so that's why I mainly focus on compensating the horizontal rather than the vertical. For the magazine, I put on the Vandal speed loader. This is just so I can reload really quick without having too many cons to my ADS speed. So the LC-10 doesn't kill the fastest, it does kill really quick, but not like the fastest, and so that's why I like to do the Vandal speed loader so I can ensure that I have a faster ADS speed than the enemies. Plus, you don't really need the extra ammo that you would use with like the 42 or the salvo mags, and so I find the Vandals perfect. Say you do find yourself running out of ammo mid gunfight, then I would try out the 42 round speed mag or the salvo mags. And lastly, for the handle, I am doing the serpent wrap just to maximize this ADS speed on the gun. We could do the airborne, but you know, I don't like the sprint to fire speed and the loss to our shooting movement speed. And just in case you guys want to take a screenshot of the class, the next gun I want to show you is the ppsh. This is also one of my favorite guns. I have like 5 guns I really like in this game, and 3 of them are on this list. But so for the first attachment on the ppsh, we are doing the grew suppressor. This is just going to keep us off the radar and help us control the vertical recoil. For the barrel, you want to do the ranger barrel just to maximize that bullet velocity. Again, it's going to make this gun feel like hit scan. This is one of my favorite attachments to use on pretty much any gun in Cold War. For the underbarrel, to help compensate for the horizontal recoil control, you want to do the foregrip. This is a great attachment where we get lots of horizontal recoil control with no cons at all. For the magazine, you want to do the Vandal speed loader. This is one of my favorite attachments just because you can reload really quick without too many cons at all. Say you find yourself running out of ammo mid gunfight, I would try out the 40 round speed mag. Say you're playing search and destroy, I suggest doing the 55 round drum mag. And lastly, for the handle, to help compensate for the ADS speed that we're losing with the mag, you want to do the serpent wrap. And feel free to take a screenshot of this class. The next gun I want to show you is the overpowered KSP, and I say this gun's overpowered because it can one burst and it's an SMG, and there's not much of a burst delay on the gun. For the muzzle, you want to do the agency suppressor. This is just going to keep you off the radar and help you control some of the vertical recoil control, and the reason you need that vertical recoil control is because for the barrel, we are doing the task force barrel. Previously, I would do the ranger barrel just because I want to max out that bullet velocity, but supposedly the task force barrel actually gives you more bullet velocity than the ranger, and so because of that, we're doing the task force barrel, and there's not much recoil on the gun even with the task force barrel, and so I actually find this gun better with the task force barrel. For the underbarrel, you want to do the patrol grip because again, there's not much recoil on this weapon, and you want to maximize that sprint to fire speed because if you're rushing enemies, you want to make sure you can bring up your gun first because this is a burst, and so if you do miss that first burst, you're probably going to lose that gunfight, and so pretty much having a higher sprint to fire speed will allow you to get that second burst off most of the time. For the magazine, you want to do the 42 round speed mag, or you want to add the KGB skeletal stock. So for me personally, I like to do the 42 42 round speed mag just so I can spam off lots of shots. I can reload really quick without having too slow of an ADS speed because we are doing the serpent wrap, which is going to bring up the ADS speed that we are losing with the mag. So if you don't run a mag on this gun, I would do the Raider stock. Oh, previously I just said the KGB, but it's actually the Raider stock. This is just going to help you strafe a little bit faster, and you have more sprint to fire speed, allowing you to most of the time bring up your weapon faster than the enemy. So here's the screenshot for the KSP class, and just remember, you can always swap out that Raider stock for like a 42 round speed mag or a different attachment of your choice. For the last SMG on this list, we are going to be going over the old classic AK-74U. This is a very popular SMG that pretty much everyone likes, and so I thought might as well give you guys a very good class setup for it. So for the muzzle, because this gun has a very bouncy recoil, you want to do the spin as compensator. This is just going to increase that vertical recoil control by 12%. We are losing some horizontal recoil control, but we are going to be throwing on a grip that's going to compensate for that. For the barrel, you want to do the Task Force barrel because supposedly the Task Force actually has a better bullet velocity than the Liberator barrel, and so because of that we are doing the Task Force barrel. We are losing a decent amount of our recoil control, and so if that doesn't know you, I would just do the Liberator barrel. This one is almost just as good. For the underbarrel, to help compensate for the horizontal recoil control, you want to do the spin at speed grip, and on top of that we get some sprinting movement speed, allowing us to be very aggressive with this gun. For the handle, you want to do the serpent wrap just to increase the ADS speed. You pretty much want to use a grip on like 99% of the weapons in this game. And finally, for the stock, you can do a stock or the magazine. So if you want to do the stock, I would do the skeletal stock just to maximize that sprint to fire speed and increase your straight speed. Say you don't really care about that, I would take off the stock, and then I would add the group mag clamp just so you can reload really quick without having too many cons at all. Or you could do the 40 round speed mag or the VDV 50 round fast mag. I just don't like the ADS speed with these mags. And feel free to take a screenshot of this class, and just remember, you can always swap out that skeletal stock for a mag or a different attachment of your choice. So with all that said, that is going to wrap it up for the top 5 best rushing SMG class setups in Cold War. Really hope you guys did enjoy this. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure that like button. But so I hope you guys do have a great rest of your day, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video.